Hi guys, welcome back to Fragments of a Simple Life, where every video I make is super simple. So I tried to go to a different library and I wanted to make a video for you guys inside of this library, but this library was so loud. I felt like I was standing in line for a ride at Knott's Berry Farm. I was like, where are your parents? It was very evident it was summer vacation. There wasn't even like an event for kids going on. The level of loudness was insane. And I could have made a video, but there would have been nothing ASMR about it. It was very loud. It was all kids. It wasn't like adult, like chit chatter in the background, which might not have been too bad. It was loud. So on my way out, irritated, I saw this book and I was like, this looks like it could have some cool pictures in it. And we all like videos where we just look at stuff, right? I know absolutely nothing about collecting or collectibles. I know nothing about antiques, but this is a guidebook from 2021 to 2022 by this woman right here, Judith Miller. And it shows you pictures of items and what they are really worth if you were collecting or selling. There's a lot of stuff in here. So I grabbed these like pieces of paper so I don't waste Post-its this time. And I'm going to rip off a piece of paper, I think, every time we look at pictures. So if we do another video with this book, I will remember what we already looked at. So let's open it together and take a look. Okay. I did take a quick look at the table of contents. I know it's something that I personally usually never do, but I did because I wanted to know what was in here. It's a bunch of stuff. We have books, boxes, cameras and canes, ceramics, lots of different brands. We have clocks, comics, dolls and fans and fashion, film and television. We have stuff that I've never heard of. I think it's called Fornacetti glass. I don't even know what that is, but people collect it. Over here we have guitars and jewelry. We have lighting, mechanical banks or mechanical music, metalware, paperweights, pens and writing. I mean, the list goes on and on. So my idea, because you know me, I don't do stuff in order. And if you're new here, hi, I do not do stuff in order. I'm just going to flip pages and I'm going to see where we land. Okay, here's where we landed. This is the fashion page, specifically handbags on this side, trunks on this side. It kind of looks like we flipped to the middle of it, which we did. We can go back and forth later, but we'll just stick to this page and do one at a time. It gives you a quick reference right here, just so you can gather information. All of the stuff that you see looks like it's Louis Vuitton. I don't know how to say it right. I like to pretend like I'm fancy, but it's not like I actually own anything like this. A lot of my purses are thrifted or from stores like, Ross. So this says Louis Vuitton founded his namesake fashion company in 1854. Wow. The company's success sparked from a trunk called the Trianon, I don't know how to say it, from 1858. It was a waterproof trunk. It was canvas, covered and airtight. I'm sorry if you guys hear a background sound. My air conditioner just clicked on. It's like 100 degrees here. I cannot turn it off. I'm sorry. It says in 1876, Louis Vuitton introduced beige and brown striped canvas to differentiate between its products from its competitors. Interesting. Wow. So that's one reason why you see this pattern. He started doing it on the inside and then on the outside so people would know that his stuff was his. Wow. This is a cute purse. A Louis Vuitton monogram graffiti ponchette handbag. 300 to 350. Yikes. This one reminds me of the 90s. The Louis Vuitton multicolored monogram accessories ponchette. 300 to 450. This is really big, like a big handbag. 1,050 to 1,300. Here's a backpack style. I've seen this everywhere. That's 600 to 700. This one almost looks like an overnight bag. It's called a lady's handbag. Huh. It says that it has canvas leather, cell phone pocket, and another one on the interior. These, I don't know what this is. Oh, this is a backpack too. Huh. With a dust bag, padlock keys, and minor scuff marks. So even with minor scuff marks, because it's used, because this is vintage and stuff like that, it says 650 to 800 still, even with minor scuff marks. Here's a luggage bag. A few creases on the exterior, so it's 800 to 900. I like the blue, just because it kind of stands out, right? Kind of like this one. You wouldn't expect that. Look at this. It says, early 20th century Louis Vuitton wooden and leather bound traveling trunk and brass flip catch design. Wow. And it comes with wheels. $11,000 to $12,000. Yikes almighty. That's insane. It's beautiful though. Okay. Very interesting, Louis Vuitton. All right, here we go. Rock and Pop. The Beatles Live Aid. Wow, look at this. Wow, how cool. John Lennon, in his own right, WRITE. It says, this whimsical book of surrealist poems, drawings, and short stories was the first solo endeavor by any of the Beatles. Wow. Originally published in March of 1964, it was a huge success, reportedly selling 50,000 copies on the first day. To celebrate the book's success, Lennon was invited to a literary luncheon. That's very cool. It says, unfortunately, Lennon was not aware that he was expected to make a speech. Oh no. And him and his wife were painfully hungover. When the moment arrived, with the press and attendees waiting with bated breath from the intelligent, in quotes, Beatle, Lennon stood up and said, thank you very much and God bless you. That's hilarious. It says, 3,200 to 3,900 is what it's worth. Interesting. Really cool. I like the artwork. An original set of psychedelic posters of the Beatles. 3 inscribed, photographed by Richard Avedon for the Daily Express. Wow. Framed and glazed. I wonder why people would get rid of such cool stuff. Is that George Michael's? Oh my gosh. A Live Aid gelatin silver print by David Bailey of George Michael, signed by David Bailey, and signed on the reverse by George Michael. Wow. 7,000 to 800 or to 8,000. It says during the Live Aid concert, Michael sang Don't Let the Sun, I'm not going to sing for you guys. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me with Elton John on piano for the first time. Wow. The song found further success in 91 as a duet between Elton John and George Michael, and it reached number 1 on the US and UK charts. That's pretty cool. What's this one? Autographed postcards signed by the 4 members of the Beatles on the reverse. 6,000 to 6,500. Wow. The signatures were acquired by the vendor's boyfriend on his summer vacation in July of 1963. The vendor believes they were signed on either the 17th or 19th of July 1963 when the band was playing at the Royal Ritz Ballroom in North Wales. Wow. I would never want to get rid of that. Oh, I grabbed the wrong piece. It's okay. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'll stick it in. All right, I'll flip this way this time. Bloop. Ooh, ceramics. Look at all these vintage, like, girls. That's very inappropriate, you guys. Well, this video was never gonna be safe for children. I apologize. I had no idea what I was flipping. You guys saw. I flipped all willy-nilly. This woman is a little bit in the nude. I think I'm gonna just flip to a different one. There we go. I don't want to get offended or offend any of you guys. So this is safer. Okay, there's two quick references because it's two different things it looks like. Clarice Cliff. I don't know who that is. It says that she or he, I'm not sure which, was born in Stoke-on-Kent, England. Here we go. Began her career as an apprentice in 1912. In 1916, she moved to A.J. Wilkinson. In the mid-20s, she got her own studio, Newport Pottery. She began to work on earthware designs, first experimenting by hand decoration on blank, defective wares. Says that her stuff is fantastic and bizarre. Covers a range of shapes and patterns. The majority of what she made was tableware, but she did design vases, candlesticks, figurines, and other items. She trained a group of female decorators to paint her designs by hand. They became known as the Bazaar Girls. Huh. It's funny because, like, these days, like, I wouldn't call any of this, like, bizarre. It's different, but I wouldn't say it's bizarre. It's beautiful. That's just so funny. The Bazaar Girls had the freedom to slightly vary the designs. That's neat. So they took what she originally created, this Cliff woman, and then her painters were able to give their own little, like, spin on it, kind of. It says in general, the market for her stuff has remained strong, especially for rare shapes and patterns. Rare landscapes such as the applique range, May Avenue, Luxor, and unusual color variants of classic patterns such as Red Autumn or Greenhouse continue to perform well. Okay. Really, really interesting. So this right here is a sugar bowl. This is a teapot, $650 to $800. This one's really pretty. It says it's part of the Bazaar set, I guess. It's a tea set. I love it. Milk pitcher, sugar basin, cup saucer. Really cool. There's another one, a vase, a little fern pot. What is this one? Oh, another pitcher. And this is a beautiful little butterfly on that vase. Pretty. And then this one is, oh, I guess it is her stuff too. It's just a different, like, line. Huh. This is very weird. This is a sugar sifter in a farmhouse pattern. Look at this. See, I could picture this stuff being in someone's, like, really eclectic house, right? Like, this is beautiful. House and bridge pattern, printed factory mark, 2,300 to 2,900. Of course, I like the, like, most expensive thing. It's beautiful. There's, like, a little house on it. Has like a little tree right here. It's really cool. This is a little tiny vase, it looks like. Miniature vase. These miniature vases were made as tradesmen's sample vases, taken to show prospective stockists, oh, her new and vibrant wear. Beautiful. I like it. I don't think it's weird. I think if you have an eclectic house or you're an acquirer of eclectic things, it would fit nicely into like anyone's art collection. It's not something that I would want to use. It's definitely something that I'd want to display, right? Pretty. Lots of ceramics. Let's see. Let's go to the back. Whoa. Teddy bears and stuffed toys. Look at this. Holy moly. Look how old. Wow. He's creepy. It says a rare omega walking teddy bear with clear and black glass eyes, brown painted backs, a swivel head, jointed arms, hinged legs with knees, felt pads with a leather toe, an inoperative growler, general wear and thinning. When you hold the bear and walk him along, the weight of his feet gives him a walking motion. $1,300 to $1,800. He's a little more than 14 inches or 37 centimeters high. He looks creepy. I think it's because he's standing, but anyways. Wow. Crazy. Peacock large teddy bear, orange and black glass eyes, swivel head, jointed limbs, slight rounded hump, squeaker and red and white label on foot, known as Percy, general thinning and wear, from the 1920s. This is from the 1920s too. 300 to 400 for him. Wow. I love this one with its big oversized head. It says a large, merry thought cheeky teddy bear with unusual cinnamon plush, orange and black plastic eyes, ears with bells, swivel head, jointed limbs, printed yellow label on the foot, some aging from the 60s. So that one's only 120 to 140. I love him though. He's a weird shape. Okay, over here we have what looks like toy. I don't know if it's toys or if it's models. It's in the toys and games. So up here it says tin plate. So does that mean this is like stuff that's made out of metal maybe? I really don't know, you guys. I'm super naive, but I think that's what kind of makes it fun because I have no idea what I'm looking at. Look at this. Alps Television Spaceman tin plate robot from the 1960s. How cool is that? I love this car too. This is really pretty. Early 20th century tin plate and clockwork limousine. Wow. By Carl Bubb, number 788. Wow. It's really, really cool. 900 to 1050. We have an airplane up here from the 1950s. A carrette tin plate clockwork limousine. Interior with fold-down seats, a roof rack, sporadic paintwear, lacking carriage lamps. It's still 16,000 to 21,000. Why is it so much? That's crazy. It's only 16 inches big. It's like the length of a little bit longer than this book. Wow. I want to ask somebody, like, why? Is it the brand? Is it how old it is? It doesn't say what year it's from. Huh. All right, let's see here. We're still in toys and games. My father-in-law was an avid train collector. I just had like flashbacks. My husband had to sell a lot of his stuff. Some more ceramics. Ceramics is a big section. Ooh, look at this. Wow. I'm trying to see if I can find. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at these ones. The flowers caught my eye. I don't know what this is. Wemyss. Wymus? I'm not sure. Forgive me. I am naive. This one is Candlesticks Carnations pattern from, looks like 1900. What? 1600 to $2100. 20th century basin called Campanula from when? Oh, 20th century, duh. 1800 to $2300. Wow. So I turned to a very expensive page of stuff. That's what I did. Another one from 1900. Look at this pattern. It is gorgeous. $1600 to $2100 called Tulips. It's just a cup. It's beautiful though. Wow. See, if you know what you have, then you're like, oh, that's a good price. But if you don't know, like me, I'm like, oh my God, $2,000 for a cup? Early 20th century vase. Cabbage roses. Wow. $1,900 to $2,600. This is really cool though. It's one of those vases that has the holes in the sides, so you can do a very wide bouquet instead of it being like stuck straight down the middle, which is really cool. This is pretty too. This is also Cabbage Roses, 1915. This is something that I can't say because it's in French. But it's $3,200 to $3,900. Yikes. Look at this one. It has a boat on it. That's quite different from all the rest, huh? But it's the same person. Wow. Expensive. So expensive. Here's some West German stoneware by someone called Westerwald. Westerwald stoneware is a type of salt-glazed pottery from the Ransbach, Baumbach, and some other German words I can't say, areas in West Germany. Okay. So I guess this area that I can't pronounce, they have large clay quarries, unusually rich and pure quality. The quarries have long encouraged locals to turn to pottery, and there's evidence of ceramic production all the way back to 1000 BC. Wow. Traditional salt glazing was first developed in the mid-15th century when changing technology allowed kilns to be heated to a higher temperature. The 1960s and 70s saw a revival of the traditional techniques, and new designs were influenced by Japanese and other Asian ceramics. Key artists of the mid to late 20th century movement included a bunch of people whose names I can't pronounce because they're in German. No offense. I'd rather not say it at all than butcher it. But if you want to see the little beige square? That's their names. I took Spanish in high school, not German, or I would give it a shot. Look at this funky. Look at this fish. Oh my gosh. A figurine of a fish decorated in the studios of somebody who is also German. 1970. This is beautiful. I'm going to hold it up so you guys can see better. Look at the little owl. Isn't that so cute? $300 to $350. I wouldn't pay anything for that, but I love it. I love that so much. This is interesting too. And look, these little people. How funny is that? A pottery figural group. Wow. I love looking at all of this vintage antique stuff. Ooh, is that jewelry? Costume jewelry. Oh my gosh. I could stay on these pages all day. I just got so excited. Okay. Wow. Hold on, let me go back. Okay, let's do this page. So that way it's jewelry on both sides. We have George Jensen. That's, I guess, the designer of what we're looking at here. I'm not sure about this side, but on this side, it's George Jensen. So it says George Jensen Co. was founded in Copenhagen in 1904 by silversmith and jewelry designer George Jensen. His jewelry designs were inspired by the arts and crafts movement as well as Art Nouveau. George Jensen Co. has employed many talented designers, including Johan Rode, Harold Nelson, Arno Malinowski, I'm probably saying that wrong, Henning Koppel, and Viana Turen something something. The company's still operational today. That's cool. That's so neat. Okay, so this is a brooch. It almost looks like an animal, but I don't know if it's supposed to be. 700 to 850 for a brooch. Holy moly. So these are all brooches as well. This one looks like some birds. That's a rooster. And this one looks like two dolphins. They're all around the same amount, like 260 to 320. And both of these are like 3 to 350. This is a pendant of a bird. That's beautiful. 400 to 450. It's silver. Then we have a couple of necklaces here by George Jensen. They're both silver. This one, it's flowers for 23 to 2900. And this one is a silver necklace with pea pods. And I'm going to hold it up so you can see the detail. Look at this. Hope I can see. This one's almost like roses. Isn't that pretty? Really pretty. This one is a silver necklace. And then this is a ring. Labradorite. I don't know. It's pretty though. It's gold on the outside. It says $1,900 to $2,600 for the ring. Wow. And then I think on this side we don't have George anymore. It looks like just a collection of antique earrings. So this is Balenciaga, gold plated, metal blue enamel, plastic and rhinestones. Wow. From the 80s. No kidding. This is a pair of Chanel with gilt metal and glass from the 1950s. Those are kind of cool. They almost look like a seashell on the top. A pair of Chanel gold-plated metal and grip box glass earrings. 1994. Those are still $500 to $600. In my head, though, I'm like, oh, 1994 is not vintage. Yes, it is. I'm vintage. A pair of, I'm going to probably butcher this, but Coppola e Topo gilded metal and glass. These are interesting. They almost look like a bug is going to come out of it, though. Like some kind of like pod or like caterpillar is going to come out. I don't know. They're from the 60s. Over here, Christian Dior silver tone metal and rhinestone earrings from the 90s. You can see it says Dior up here is a D, then it's IOR. That's funny. Pair of Jomaz green glass rhinestone and gold tone metal earrings from the 60s. These are really pretty. I have nowhere to wear these, but these are really pretty. A pair of Kramer silver tone metal and rhinestone earrings, also from the 50s. A pair of Christian, is it LaCroix? Gold-plated metal earrings with rhinestones, velvet, and faux pearls. Very 90s. Those are from the 90s. Really pretty. These I love. A pair of Trifari gold. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Gold tone metal and enamel earrings from the 60s. These are beautiful. That's pretty cool. I like the jewelry. That's my favorite part. Like every time I go to like a thrift store, they always have like the glass case, you know, where they have like the prettiest jewelry that is usually like this. It's like vintage, the real antique stuff. And they like hide it behind the glass and you have to like ask to see it. That's my favorite part. Wow, look at that. Look at the rings. I'm gonna look. I can't help myself, you guys. Look at all these rings. 19th century amethyst 5-stone ring in gold. 220 to $290. Wow. Look at this big chunky one. It says late 19th century emerald and diamond panel ring. The old cut diamonds set in a 15 to 18 karat gold. Emeralds rub the crown. One emerald probably needs replacement. Still $900. It's big. It looks like it would be like chunky on your hand, huh? In a good way though. This one's very unique. I love it. Oh, it's a bangle, not a ring. I was like, that looks interesting. Pretty. This is a bracelet. Silver and green agate. 2300 to 2900 from 1945. Wow. 19th century Indian gold bracelet with 8 miniature paintings on ivory depicting famous Indian temples. I'm going to hold it up for you guys. I hope you can see this. Look right here. Can you see the little tiny like paintings? Can you imagine the work somebody did? Wow. This is a big bangle too. 19th century citrine set gold bangle, the oval shaped citrine set within yellow gold rope twist with seed pearls and French markings. Wow. Mid 19th century. That's so pretty. Over here it looks like we have another ring, a dress ring by Chanel. Over here we have, looks like more earrings, I think. Sapphire and diamond earrings by Child and Child. $2,900 to $3,600. Believed to be from 1905. These are gorgeous. Pair of diamond and sapphire pendant earrings with continental hook and clip fittings, white and yellow metal. Expensive. $5,200 to $5,800. Believed to be from somewhere between 1910 and 1925. Wow. Why would you want to get rid of it? I don't know. I guess a lot of people collect for the purpose of selling for more, right? Or maybe if you just really know you'll never wear it. I don't know. I don't have a lot of things that were like passed down from other generations to me. So I feel like if I had something like this in my possession, you'd have to like pry it from my cold fingers. You know what I mean? Like, even if I never wore it, I would probably hold on to it for dear life. I don't know. That's just me though. A pair of sapphire and diamond floral earrings. $850 to $900. Wow. This is all like real jewelry. These ones are interesting. These are earrings. Gold and silver. This is a belt buckle right there. Arts and Crafts silver belt buckle by Ramsden and Carr. Huh. It's expensive. $1,600 to $2,100. Wow. Super cool. I love the jewelry. I'm just so fascinated. I'm like, somebody had to make it, and then someone had to buy it, and then someone had to wear it, and then someone had to pass it on to somebody else, who passed it on to somebody else, who eventually got it to this point where now it's in an auction book being sold. Wow. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop there, or I could look at the jewelry section all day long. I love this book. I love looking at all these antiques. I hope that this video is okay. If you want to see me look at the rest of this, please let me know in the comments. If just one person says yes, then I will do another video next week of this book. If not, then I probably won't. I might look at it by myself though. But if you want to see more from me, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I see all of my new subscribers, every single one. I appreciate you so much. My little channel is starting to grow after many, many years, and I'm very thankful and I appreciate you guys. I will see you next time. Bye.